Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week. I hope your Tuesday and your Monday yesterday and your weekend was fabulous and you are just crushing it this week. Um, and if you're not, that's okay. I was talking with a friend over the weekend and she just mentioned, I think it was a casual comment, but it really kind of stuck with me that, not every day is going to be joy-filled and super productive and effective, and you may not be like up and excited for every single day, and that is completely fine because we all have those days. And it's important also to remember that we get to choose how we show up each day. So thank you for being here, and I thank you if you're watching the replay. Give me a thumbs up in the comments just to let me know that you were here. I appreciate that. And we're continuing this in our month of productivity. And we're four fifths because there's 5 Tuesdays in July. We're four-fifths way through. And so I hope you've been finding the Achievement Engine workbook to be a valuable resource and a tool for you. Remembering back in chapter 1, we have our personal dashboard. And last week we started looking and tweaking that again. We're really trying to focus on what matters to us at this time in our lives. And then we want to tweak and refine. And that's what we're going to be talking about today as well, is we're going to be looking at chapter 6 in our framework. And the chapter 6 is called Review, Refine, and Repeat. So there's this balance, and we've talked about it before. And like I mentioned last time, you're probably like, Connie, we're getting kind of confusing here. Do we take big leaps? Do we do little steps? Do we just keep plowing through with the same stuff? And today I'm going to tell you we're going to evaluate and refine, and maybe there's some things we get rid of. And so I can't tell you the magic formula. They say 21 days to break or implement a new habit. I've heard 6 weeks, I've heard 8 weeks, I've heard 21 days. It really all depends on you and the discipline and the consistency of your routines. But you also want to take the time to review. I mean, if something's not working for you, you can change it. That's what this beautiful part of designing, like we are the designers and the creators of our lives. Yes, some of us are still working at corporate jobs. Some of us have obligations where we don't get to create everything in our environment. And yet, remember that how I show up and how you show up every single day is what you get to control and what you get to choose to do or not do. And so, just to get us going here, I'm going to switch into my screen and I love these options just to kind of get things going down. So think about what you've implemented in this month so far, or even throughout this year. What habits or routines are you working and using affirmations? Are you using the I am statements? I am brave. I am courageous. I am beautiful. I am challenging myself. And are those working? Are those giving you the results that you want? And if they're not, maybe it's time to tweak them. If they're not giving you the results you want, think about what you're choosing. And like we talked about last week, inputs versus outputs, we get to control those inputs and what we do and how we show up. The outcomes aren't always 100% in our control. So take a few minutes and just think about what's working, what's not working, what maybe we need to tweak a little bit. And I'll stop talking and give you just a few minutes. And so bust out your journal, think about these things and what you might want to revise or what you want to double down on because it's been working really, really well. All right, wrap up your thoughts on that. And I want to take a minute because we were talking about celebration. So put in the comments if you're watching the replay. If you're here with me right now, you can give me a thumbs up or the little happy guy with the little hat because he's super happy. We're going to celebrate that we are here. We are making decisions. We're designing our life. We've been taking steps. If it's not working, that's okay because we're going to tweak it and we're going to make it even better. Progress comes from iteration, not perfection. So again, we want to be intentional, thinking about what we want to accomplish, what we can do to influence those situations, those people, that environment around us. And then we see and track, is this working? Is this not working? Did I work out 3 days last week? How did I feel? Did I work out 4 days the week before? How did that feel compared to last week? If you ate some good food for a period of time and then you had a little too much, maybe sweets or something, too much going out, how did that feel? All of these things add up. And I admit I struggle with this. There's a lot to take care of. And getting back to just the basics is perfectly, perfectly fine. We're not going to get everything 100% all the time. And so I want to talk about our brain a little bit because that's what we do. I want you all to understand how our brain chemistry and all these things work. So our brains are they're a very interesting thing. So they want to keep us safe. They want to protect us, that caveman brain or that reptilian brain, like way in the back from many, 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 many years ago, keeping us safe from that saber-toothed tiger. It wants safety, it wants routine, it wants structure, it wants organization. Okay, I'm cool, it's great. Also, our brain likes novelty. Our brain likes new things. Our brain likes excitement. So, how do we develop these habits with this discipline, with this repetition and consistency, yet feed that part of our brain says, hey, try this, hey, try this, hey, try this. So that's where we take the time to reflect, refine, and then grow from there. So the habits might be consistent. Like for me, if I don't get up and moving in the morning first thing, that's just a trigger for me and I don't move throughout the day. So I know that I need to get up and at least start moving my body, stretching it, doing some flows and some stretches and some balance things so that I maintain that. And that's first thing in the morning. But what can I do to make it more creative or more fun? So rather than just my brain going, oh, we're doing the same thing over and over, I'm introducing some new things, some squats, some different. I got a balance board and I try and test my balance on that, for example. Chapter 6, that's what we're going to look at this week in our Achievement Engines workbook. And that focuses on review, refine, and repeat. So, seeking and creating that clarity, taking that time to evaluate our personal dashboards. What are you tracking? What's working? If you're not tracking, that means you're not doing those habits and behaviors that you intended to do. And why is that? Maybe it's not really what you need and what truly matters most at this time. And that's okay. That's where we get to refine and review and repeat again and track that for the next couple of weeks and see how that goes. A lesson I've learned, I've heard this many times in my journey, and it still keeps coming up. Taking the time for reflection, looking at our personal dashboard, looking what I'm tracking, is it working? Taking that time isn't slowing down. Let me say that one more time. Taking the time for reflection is not slowing down. It's choosing my direction with wisdom. I'm using the information that I have gathered to make sure that my next steps and the direction that I want to go are the right thing and what matters most for me. again, we're in these seasons of life. We're in summer right now. It could be winter. You could be getting ready for retirement. You could be welcoming new babies to the family. You could be looking at job changes. All of these things, even what we set out to do and was most important and what really mattered 6 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, today might not be what matters most given your circumstances in life. Perfectly fine. So, taking time to pause is okay. I'm one of these people, I can get caught up. I just need to keep doing and doing and doing and doing. There is value in being and putting that time. I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago, I'm still working and I just have a block that is unmarked. There's nothing in it. It didn't say white space. It doesn't say meeting. It doesn't say thinking. But it's my cue to take a moment and figure out where I am right now in this day and what in this block of time do I need to do that matters the most to move my business forward, to engaging with my clients more, to designing my next offer. Like those times of reflection are so, so important. This reflection time is not a stop sign. Like I said, we're not slowing down. We're not stopping on moving forward with our dreams. This is just that opportunity. Well, I guess it could be a stop sign, stopping to pause, but we're not ending our journey there. There's multiple paths to our left, to our right, to the diagonal, to the straight. So pause, look at what's working and what's not working. How can you be more efficient? How can you be more productive? How can you really continue with that intention and with that clarity for those next right actions? My story this week of what I want to share with you relates that to that doing, that doing, that doing. And I had a realization about a week and a half ago that I was feeling less connected with my coaching clients. I feel connected with y'all because I'm here every week. And so this is my connection point with you. We're in the Facebook group. So that part's working. But I haven't been spending as much time engaging one-on-one with the people in my Facebook group and my LinkedIn communities and Instagram and really connecting with who I am as a certified high performance coach and what value my training, my experiences, my being coached still, how I can bring that and connect that with people. Working with a coach doesn't mean you're broken. None of us are broken. I think a lot of us just have so many things going on in our lives. There's so much social media and television and things vying for our attention. And we have 24 hours in a day. But how do I want to be connected with my passions and what I believe God has put in my heart to serve you? And are you doing those same things? Are you taking that time to connect? Or is it still resonating with you? Or are you doing things either just out of habit because you've always done it? Are you doing things? Are you engaging with people? Are you going places, doing things because you said you would, but you come back unfulfilled or you come back drained because that energy just is so heavy? So think about those things. Let's drop into our framework for today. So, our framework today is edit. And this is how we're going to edit or refine our productivity. I don't know if any of you are authors of a book, or I know in college we had to write a lot of term papers or research papers. And there's always with a great book, with movies, we hear about it. I don't have direct experience, but writing research papers or even emails and things that I want to share with my clients, I write the content and then you look at it and I need to take time to edit. Is it communicating what I want to communicate? Are my words clear? I have intentions for what I want to share, the feelings I want to evoke, the actions and the reactions that I'm hoping that you'll take from reading my emails or my social media posts. And so we all have to edit different things in our lives. And so we want to use the edit framework this week to refine, not to do more, 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 but to again remind ourselves and reconnect with what matters most, and then doing that even better. So, the E, we want to evaluate what's working, which we started at the beginning of this session in our little journal time, looking at our personal dashboards, looking at those habits. What are we tracking? Are you tracking how you feel? Are you tracking, does it help with your sleep? For better, for me, getting outside, exercise, eating better, drinking my water, I get better sleep, which then gives me a better day. So that is definitely working. What's not working is when I don't do my morning stretching, like I said. So evaluate what's working and what's not working. The D in our edit framework is deciding what to keep and what to drop. And again, this is our life. We are designing our best lives. And so if something is not working, you can change it. If you're waiting for permission to change it, I am giving you 100% full permission to change what's not working in your life and in your habits and in your mindset. And you get to decide what to keep. What do you want to keep doing? Maybe you need to double down on that. Let some things go, and you don't need to add more. Just really focus on those things that are really moving the needle for you. So double down on that. That's another D. So decide, drop, or double down. Okay. The I is integrate the wins. Yes, that's my little emoji to celebrate. If you've done something 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row, even if you've done it just the one day, yes, at the end of the day, look at all of those things that you accomplished. I didn't really want to go for a walk, but I walked 1 block. Yes, I got outside. I didn't want to go for a walk. The smog, the Canadian wildfires, all of that, it's really nasty. But I stayed inside and I did my walking video. Yes, that's a win. So, whatever they are, big wins, little wins, there's no size. We're going to celebrate all of those actions that each one of us are taking. So, please, please, in the Facebook group, share your wins. I want to celebrate with you, or send me a DM, or drop it in the comments, reply to an email. I definitely, definitely want to celebrate with you. And then the T in our edit framework is to tweak. Again, it's not to add more to our plate. It's not to throw everything out the window and start from scratch. What can we tweak, modify, adjust so that if you've got a habit that's really working for you, but you're feeling maybe it's getting a little stale, that's your brain saying, how can we make this more fun? What can we tweak to make it even more creative, more interesting, or more exciting? Why is it not? There we go. So today, as we kind of wrap this up, again, I want to point you back to the achievement engine. We're looking at chapter 6. We're almost done. Next week, we're going to finish the rest of the chapters in our achievement engine. We're going to look at all of the 5 weeks. So next week will be week number 5 in our productivity month. Review, refine, and repeat is chapter 6. So progress without reflection is just motion. And I'm all about taking action and doing things because movement is what builds the momentum. But we want to be thoughtful and we want to be intentional. And as we talked last week, we want to make sure that we are productive, purposefully productive, not just busy. So reflect back from that, from last week's chapters. Also, review what's working, what's not, repeating the cycle to turn your effort into pure excellence. And that's what you all have inside. I know that with 100% confidence. I firmly believe every human being on this planet has value and greatness and something excellent to contribute to this world. And if these sessions, if we ever work together as one-on-one or in my small group coaching, I want to bring that excellence out of you so that you can share that with the world. If you don't know what that is, work with me and we can drill down, ask questions, discover what that excellence is, and then how you can engage and bring that into the world. We have to stay aware, stay honest. Am I really doing what I said I was going to do? Am I living my life with integrity or am I kind of slipping? Am I saying one thing and doing the other? We are never alone. I believe in God. And, sometimes I'm thinking I'm sneaking by. God is always with me. So I am not alone. And it's better for me to be honest with myself. I said I was going to do this and I didn't. Why is that? Be really real with yourself and then stay on track. Every day is a new opportunity. Every moment, if you slipped up in the morning, you can start again at noon. You can start again at 3. You can start again at 6, whatever that is. So just be aware. Take those moments to pause and to reflect. And you're going to be awesome. You already are awesome. And if you're struggling, please reach out. I want to help. I want to guide you. And then jot these down as your reflection questions this week. Again, I'm hoping that these questions, I don't know who's getting more from this. I'm really selfish. These sessions are amazing for me because this is the work that I need to do to continue designing and building my best life and my beyond good life. So, what's one thing you're going to stop doing this week that just isn't helping you or serving you anymore? Again, I am giving you 100% permission to stop doing it. Let it go. It's fine. We've learned. We can move on. Number 3, give yourself the kudos, the celebration of what's actually working. And then how can you make that stick? Remember, our brain is like, okay, I'm good. I'm safe. I'm comfortable. I get it. And I'm bored. So we've got to keep both parts of those brains going. Keep it safe, keep it solid, keep it consistent, and bring a little novelty. And what could bring just a little bit, maybe making something a little easier if you adjusted it slightly? I'm going to go back to my smoothie reference. And this is a couple weeks ago, months ago, I don't remember. But my sister-in-law and I started talking, like, what if we made it in batch rather than every morning? So I'm getting the same thing, I'm getting the smoothie in, but it's done on Sunday. And then I got them for the week. So a little bit easier, just tweaking that. And I'm still getting that great habit with my extra set of vegetables in the morning. And think about, again, if you were an editor, which you are, of a book, the book of your life, or if you want to be in a movie and you were the producer and the director, which scene would you revise? Which scene would you work on that you'd want to tweak a little bit, maybe adjust the lighting, adjust the actors, those people that are in your life? Or what chapter? Is this going to be an adventure chapter? Is this going to be a coming back home and settling in and really regrounding yourself chapter? You get to choose. All right, my friends, these times are so good, and so fast. I love it, love it. Okay, so we've got those questions. Give me a thumbs up, a happy face emoji. Tell me in the comments you're gonna do this. Are we gonna tweak, review, revise, and repeat this week? I just want you to know that you don't have to scrap the whole thing. I know sometimes it can feel frustrating when you're not making the progress. Sometimes progress is going to take time, and it may take longer than these 4 weeks or 5 weeks that we have in this month of July. So review, refine, and repeat, and trust what's working. Yay! Cindy's going to think and then tweak. I love it. So trust what's working. You know, if you want someone to cheer you on, to listen, to celebrate with you, drop me a line in the Facebook, DM me, reply to an email. Trust what's working, adjust with grace, and then keep moving forward. Because that's what we want to do. We got to keep moving forward. Think, plan, act. All right, my friends, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. For those of you who are watching the replay, thank you for taking the time to watch that as well. I will see you next week for our fifth Tuesday in July. Bye.